Don't excuse it. Don't excuse it. Oops. Forgot to click live. Yeah, so Mr. Wolf, hot damn. Um, I might need you did. I might need stuff. I'm not sure. While it's dark, oh, we're getting ready to be taken off on our. All right, give me just a second, gentlemen, and we'll get ready to go. I gotta put this door on and give her Mr. Godling the key.
A lot higher up here than I thought.
Yep, yep. I'm trying another option because what I gotta do is I gotta give myself a way to set these other ones on here because it seems their attach point isn't the same as the other curtains. Yeah, that's off. That's way too high. All right, well, I'll come up with something. I think I'll have to. I need the other curtains, the ones that are left and right pieces.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put this door on here, and then I'm gonna give you the key that I'm gonna set.
Fantastic. Anything for today while I'm up and about, or
Um,
just start doing stuff like that on another date?
well, I'm gonna set that same code on the grindhouse real quick, and if you come over here to the warehouse, I'll open it up for a minute, and that ice box right there, look in there and see how many venoms we have. You're gonna shit yourself.
This one?
Yep, that ice box right there.
Bloody
Yep, yep. All right. All right. So this door has the same pin code because that other door has a different pin code. The grindhouse has the same pin code as this door, which is the same pin code as your office. So that gives you access to everything you
Okay.
need to be able to take care of those items. Now, if it comes to vegetables and stuff like that, you can either check with um, the Miss Rilla up there or Miss Molly down at the barn for the like the honey and stuff like that.
Yep. Okay.
All right, sir. I have tasks that I must attend to. Um, I will leave you to it, and we'll be back in a little while.
what do you want me doing? Do you want me making anti venom or
Yeah,
some
if you could,
pieces?
if you could make up some of those, because that each day, one of them, I think, we lose a couple each day, and then we put more in there, and so on and so forth, so that we keep that number going up. But we need to get some of those processed so that I have them. Um, right down here on the dock, you'll notice there's a crate right there. I keep an emergency antivenom in that crate. That way, anybody who gets bit that's not around, they can read the sign and go, "Oh, that's an emergency antivenom. All right, that's good."
Okay then. Do you have a
Yeah, yeah.
specific number you'd like me to achieve for today, or whatever I
Um,
can do with what I've
yeah,
got?
yeah. Whatever you feel you can get done. I mean, obviously, you don't try to get all freaking 170 or 160, how many are in there, trying done at once, or 140, whatever the number is. I know it's over 100, but yeah, don't try to get all that done because they'll get hoarded, and I don't want that. So if we keep the number relatively decent, if you want to put some in your office, then if we run out in here, I'll be able to go over your office and grab a couple if I need them.
Okay then.
All right, sir. Well, I gotta grab my horse and get.
Do that, man, Liam, and I wish you luck with whatever endeavors you've got today.
Yes, sir. All right, let me grab hooves and we'll be on our way.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, yeah, it all depends on what we're gonna use it for. All right, Ted, did you have an idea where we wanted to start?
Well, if you look at your map, since in this area, it seems like most of the stuff has been happening kind of on that high peak up on the mountain, or over by Slim's house by the trapper's hut. I figured what we should probably do is look down below the snow line around like the north, northeast, and east side of the mountain. See what kind of homesteads and such we can find over there. Because I figure if somebody's gonna be ballsy enough to go up there and rob somebody while they're running their mines, they're gonna want to be able to offload that stuff rather quick before they get caught.
7. It's on the board.
And the same goes with robbing people at the trapper's hut. If they really want to take advantage of doing that, they're gonna have to have at least a house or something nearby to drop all them heavy pelts and such in.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I can show you where I know where McGee got hit because it's my normal prospecting spot, and we can start from there if you want.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Snake. Okay, McGregor, you good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Miss Molly, we are going to survey homesteads. We will return.
Okay. Have a nice time.
Yeah, nice time. Yeah. Hey, Blythe.
Hi, Liam.
How you doing there, miss?
Howdy.
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I told Henry to wake his ass up for this bank, so we'll see. That way I can get Luke and Billy their dang stars.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if Luke's around. I just woke up, but
Well, I mean he doesn't have to be. All it needs is Henry to get down there
Yeah,
and put
just to
their
go
names
see.
in, and then when Luke gets up, if he can hit the bank, he'll be able to get his star after that. So.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm gonna go see if I can find Mr. McCoy because Luke and him were fighting yesterday.
That's because McCoy's being a crusty old fart.
Yeah, I understand. It was just too very, you know how Luke is, and so
Yeah,
is McCoy. McCoy,
they're
I
both
think,
coming across
honestly,
very
was a
brash
little
to each
upset.
other.
Yeah, of course, and you know they are friends, so I'm gonna go see if I can speak to. And like to be fair, I tried to defuse the situation, and McCoy basically told me to shut up. So.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't tolerate that shit. Deputy or not,
And
he
he
needs to
didn't.
understand he's got to
He
respect
said it
citizens.
nicer. He
Right.
said it nicer, but he was like, "Oh, you need to relax and stop being so antsy over there." But I knew that it was going in that direction. And to be completely honest, I think that he thought we were out looking for Ed, maybe because he didn't seem very happy when Cass said that that he was trying to press charges against Ed, and then he stopped us and asked what we were doing, and we told him something completely different, which was true, but he kind of, jumped
Right.
down Luke's throat, and then you know how Luke is. Luke lashes out because he doesn't like people telling him what to do.
Yeah, but
So
McCoy should also
hopefully...
learn. McCoy should also learn his place, though. So that's something that
No,
I
I'm
will
not.
have to address.
Neither of them were. Neither of them were in the right. I don't think there. I mean,
Right.
I don't think. Yeah, it was none of McCoy's business, but Luke is definitely not. He does
Oh,
not
I
know how
know
to
he's.
smooth things
I
over.
know he's no angel. I know. I know. But we are on a task. Let us get going. You
Yeah.
go ahead
Good luck.
and.
Stay safe.
Yep.
Yeah, stay safe yourself.
Hi, Miss Cheyenne.
No, it's Abigail.
Oh, Abigail. Sorry. God, y'all have the same hair. All I glimpsed was the hair. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I was actually coming to talk to you for a second.
uh, all right.
But
Let's
if you're
see.
busy, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm a little bit
I
busy.
will,
If
you
you
can...
could give me a couple hours, I got some tasks to do. I shouldn't take us more than a couple hours.
Alright, that's fine.
All right,
I'll just
ma'am.
come back in a little bit then.
Yep, yep. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Yep.
You too, madam.
You too.
Now y'all understand why my horse goes 270. Because if I don't move quick, I can't get anything done. Yeah, I don't mind it, and I'm gonna help people, but yeah. When I have to get places, I have to get places. Now, Ted, I did not bring a firearm.
All right.
Don't be saying that too loudly.
Well, I mean, the
Well,
point.
I mean, he's got me here for that exact reason.
Exactly.
That's true.
And anybody who sees the star should know. So this is this is official business. We are doing our part to help protect the land around our town.
Well,
And I did talk. I'm sure you talked to Mr. Snake, but he knows, as a bounty hunter, there is no bounty currently, so he is only to draw to defend, not anything else.
well,
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, even myself as a deputy, you know, with no bounties or anything out, you know, unless I witness something happen, I can't be drawing a gun either. You know, it's just the way it is.
Yep, yep. Well, you know, some people, they don't think that. But, we're not those people. We're the other people.
There's a house located just up ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far from this location. And the reason why this is the spot right here. This is a this is a 2.3 yield location.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this is about where I'm sure Mr. McGee was, near this area, because that's what he was doing, was he was going to Prospect, I believe. Now that hut, I believe, is
All
over
that,
that
it's
way.
pretty easy to traverse.
Yeah. So if we wanted to start our look, that would probably be the place. I believe it's right over here.
All right. Now, I do also know that aside from Slim's house over by the Trapper's hut, there's also like a little, you know, 1x2 building that somebody has close to it as well, if you've never noticed
Ooh.
that.
Yeah, there. Unless it's an actual residence, if it's somebody's hidey hole, those are considered littering, and we may have to
Yep,
report that.
exactly.
All right,
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I didn't want to look into it too much because, you know, I was by myself more or less when I found it, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right over here.
All right, now everybody watch out for them cougars and wolves
Yep.
and bears.
Yep. See, here's
sir.
here's the house.
That's the house.
Very indistinctive. There's not really too much to it. I don't see any. What's the door saying?
There's a sign above the door that says Rowan Smith.
All right, Rowan Smith. Somebody want to grab some paper and jot that down? Pond on top of Battlement.
Thatch real quick.
Yeah, pond on
These
top
crop
of.
plots are unfertilized. There's just
All
nothing
right.
growing in them.
All right, so it might be. This might. It might be a decoy location. It might be. Well, they got a dog in there, so, and the dog's alive. So that means there must be a feeding trough
know
here
for how long.
somewhere.
Probably inside.
All right, I made note of the name up here.
Yeah, don't.
I wish I.
God, I wish I had a spot, peep sight, so I can see that what's on that gravestone right there.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I
go
got
there.
one.
Go in there and have a look.
No. No. There's a dog in that yard. I'm not. Ow.
Is that me?
Oh, I'm sorry. What on earth?
Okay, for some reason
I'm
my
sorry. I'm
phone's
sorry.
upset with you.
Yeah, he accidentally kicked while he was on that silly peep sight.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Yeah. All right, everybody, watch out. I'm gonna peep sight that grave there. It just says "Rip Sandstorm," so sounds like it was an animal.
Yeah. Probably a dog, perhaps?
Oh,
Could be a dog. Could be any animal. Could be a horse. Could be a dog. Could be a goat. Oh, hello,
Yeah,
bear.
watch out for that bear.
Yeah, watch out.
All right, watch out. I'm just gonna dispatch that bear.
All right.
Honestly, if I
I have a
had
horse
to...
named Sandstorm.
Yeah?
Oh, everybody
He's
get
back at home though.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
friends.
Well. Oh
Good
shit!
shot.
Good shooting.
Good shot.
Well, you know, you got to be a good shot to be a deputy. That's for sure.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
I'm gonna tell
Nobody
you.
wants a deputy that can't hit anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Ted. You just gave me a whole hell of a lot more confidence in your shit. You shoot better than
Well,
fucking
If
McCoy.
I had to say...
Oh wait, that's right. McCoy couldn't
I-
hit the broadside of a barn.
I
Uh-oh.
appreciate that compliment.
Honestly,
All right,
I
so-
think this place is either abandoned or...
All right, so
or the person in there is very sick.
all right, there was a gentleman that was in town just a couple days ago with a blonde beard who said that he lived near this, just over the mountain on a plateau. So I'd say we look this side of the mountain on these plateaus and see what we can find.
All right, sounds good.
All right. If I don't get the jittery eye and walk into it, God dang it!
What was that?
Alright.
Get the jittery eye and walk into a doggone branch and then walked into a branch
Yeah.
twice.
Oh, bear, watch out.
That's alright. It's not gonna be a... won't be past now.
God dang! I guess I need to get me a damn clean shotgun for when I'm up here.
Oh yeah. I highly recommend them clean shotguns.
What'd you pay for that?
My price is a little better than what most people can pay, cause I'm in business with a gunsmith, but I think usually they're around like $25 or so. And,
Yeah,
and in
sounds
my
about right.
opinion, they're worth every penny.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
that's what I was thinking.
All right, let's Yep, down this.
Is that the price
this
of
way a
your
little
best
bit.
shotgun?
Yeah, that's the best shotgun. Yeah.
How much is repairs?
I mean, a lot of gunsmiths, if you take the gun back to you know, the one you purchased it from, they'll give you a good deal on repairs, because I mean, they like the repeat business. I mean, the other option is also buying them repair kits and just doing it yourself.
I might be in the market for one.
Well, I can tell you, if you head down, you know, to the southeast corner of the lake and go over by Wagner Supply, you know, Constitution Arms, run by Andrew Jensen, you know, he stands by his weapons. That's where I go.
Oh, keep that in mind. Thank you, partner.
Oh, no problem. We are also a reseller for him, so if he's not there, you know, you can talk to us and we can get an order put in for you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fantastic.
And we do stock every type of ammo as well. So if you ever need some ammo for any gun, just, you know, come on down.
Look. Ted being deputy and salesman all in one pitch right there.
Oh, you know it.
As much as I am actually really appreciating the pitch there, I think I will get one from Miss Lucille. She's got a thing about supporting local business.
Well, that and we're
Just one
trying.
second.
Well, that and I'm trying to get Miss Lucille to join River Run. So I don't know if Betty got to go talk to her or not.
If you want to kind of like stick here for a moment, I believe one of those houses is nearby here. Let me
Alright.
check this area real quick.
Yep, right here is Slim's
Alright,
place.
Yep. Once Snake gets back, I can show you that little shack I found.
That must be elsewhere. I don't really know the mountain like the back of my hand, at least yet.
All right, well that's Slim's.
Yeah. Now, if we head on up here to the Trapper's Hut, you can see that little shack I saw.
All right. Yeah. All I can say is I hope it's not owned by Glacier Falls. Well, I already found
Well, if
Is there
they,
something
yeah,
between?
you know, unfortunately, if they don't
Yeah.
got any signs
Do all
up, there's
that.
no way to know.
I had some litter that was hidden right here under this tree right here that I had to
Oh
report.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, you can those tables
Yeah.
you can get quite a bit of information off them. Oh yeah.
Right here's that tiny little building.
That's
Look
the
at
sa-
that.
You know what's in there? Guaranteed.
There we go. Yes, sir.
There's a box inside here guaranteed.
Well,
Well,
I mean, we all know that, but there's no labeling on it, so there's no way to know whose it is.
I'd almost be surprised if that was just a box for
You
a
know
dumpster
what?
to live in.
I wonder. There's somebody who approached me when I was at the hut the other day, and they were wearing nothing but rags, and they were up on this mountain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
question
I was
them.
there.
I'm gonna question them about that because I'm wondering if this was there then.
Well, the other house that is similar to this is actually in this direction.
All right.
If y'all want to kind of backtrack and check it out or not, if not, we can keep
Yeah,
on.
we can do that.
Yeah, where
I
is
mean,
it?
that's what we're up here for,
Let's
is
see if,
to locate everything.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
try my best to see if I can locate it or not.
Yeah, you know, the big thing we just got to do is locate all these buildings, so if somebody does report a, you know, another robbery up here, we can, you know, head straight to them houses to see if it's the people.
Absolutely. I believe it was past Mr. Slim's place.
Right there.
Yeah, look
Right
at
in front of
this,
you.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's rather cute.
No, it wasn't this place.
Yeah, see if it's got a name on that mailbox.
Don't tell McCoy who it is. If that's a
Who
hint,
is it?
Why is that?
because arch rival.
Huh.
Yep, that's funny. But
Yeah, they've conveniently got wooden shutters hiding all the windows, so we can't see in to, you know, see what kind of animals they have.
yep. Well, we can always here. Let's do this. I'm gonna set my horse right here, Y'all come stand over here with the horse. I'm gonna go listen and see if I can hear any animals.
All right.
Yep, I heard a donkey. And a horse. There's a donkey and a horse in there.
All right. Well,
You put your ear up to
I
that shutter and you can
I would have to I would
can hear
have to
'em.
guess that. All right. Yeah. I would have to say that's definitely not the suspects then, because you know they were both on horses.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean there's not two horses.
Yeah,
in
it
there,
doesn't
but-
mean there's not multiple horses in there, but you know, you can hear the you know the horses brrr. Yeah, that.
Well, it's got one of those big doors at the back which you can't get a horse in and out of, so.
Yeah.
Well, that and the donkey he hawed. So. All right.
Oh yeah. You know, you can always tell the sound of a donk.
Where'd Snake go?
He's right in
I'm
front
right
of us
here.
right now.
I
Oh.
can't seem to find it.
Well, let's kind of zigzag back and forth until we get to the dry riverbed. See if we see any more places along this area, and then we can
All right.
go a little further down, do the same thing back up and down the mountain.
Sounds good.
You know, Ted, I thought about something too. There's another
What's that?
there's another suspect we're actually looking for.
All right. What's the description of them?
Remember the muddy handprint?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I have a feeling there might be a crazy wild person running around. I don't know, but I mean, you take a antidote or anti-venom, and you throw a bear rug in there. That kind of makes me think, you know, bear rug on the mountain, muddy handprint.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you know, we got them other two notes that were real similar in description, but I'm pretty sure you and I both know who that person was.
Yeah, that one's that one's pretty.
Hold on, I see. Is that the trapper's hut up there to the left? I see. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's right pretty close to the ridge, yeah. And then there's that other structure. So
Yeah.
we're doing good on our pathing to go along and check the other ridges.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check this way. And we'll check the Glacier Falls end of the mountain we'll do last because we know Glacier Falls is up there, so there's gonna be people living around them.
Yeah.
Oh damn. I'm
I
actually
don't think I've ever seen three foxes right together like this. Wow, this would actually be a really nice spot for a house.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm looking at it going, damn, this would be a good place for a homestead. You can't going back to sleep? All right. Okay, there's God's thumb, so we should probably turn a little more south and check or checking more this way
Alright.
and then cut back just so that we don't, we're not trying to cover too much of a section at once.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the hill a little bit. All right.
Wow, there are really a lot of foxes over on this side of the mountain.
Yep.
Too bad it takes so many of their pelts. And oh, there's a house over here.
Oh, good spot. There's a bit more than just a house. Goodness.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty good sized homestead right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see a mailbox.
Good spot, alright.
Irrigated and fertilized garden.
Sign on the door. Dr. and Mrs. Delarock.
Delaray Ranch. Right here, big
I
sign
live
on
at
the front of the
Delarock.
barn. Delaro. Yeah. Is that all right? That oh God. Hold on. Ted, do you remember? Ted, do you remember what Riley said?
No.
They robbed her and
Oh.
then gave her a cigar. Look, a farm and a doctor. A couple, Mr. and Ms. A lot of the reports have
Yeah.
been a woman and a gentleman, or if they couldn't tell it was a woman, it was a very frail looking male.
That is true.
Hmm. You got a point there.
This is definitely we definitely need to keep an eye on this. We don't
this
know.
is like this is directly southeast of the trapper's hut, and you know, that spot up on top of the mountain. You know, very very close range to those.
Well, very very odd that they have completely shuttered windows. Huh. All right. Very.
You know, something that may be a good idea once we get all these, you know, these homesteads and ranches and stuff located, would be to, you know, possibly hold some sort of, you know, like community get together in town. You know, like a evening meal and, you know, party and stuff, and send out invitations to all these homes so we can get these people into town, and you know, we can physically see them and hear how
Right.
they talk and everything else.
That sounds like a damn good idea.
And of course, our faces will be red if she's a robber.
All right. Give me a second.
He's a small man, but yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hear any livestock from the barn of any form. So that's odd.
Well, I mean, if they only have a couple of horses, they could be out and about right now.
True,
The bank
true.
is open, so they could be at the bank.
Very true. They could be casing their next victim.
Very
It's the
true as well.
Kind of thinking that we need.
All right, so
I mean, obviously, if somebody's going to live up here, they're going to have at least some livestock to get around on.
all right, this is right at the very
Ooh,
end.
on foot.
Okay, I know exactly where this place is now.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Looking at the landmarks. All right. Well,
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean, it's just a very simple ride from here, through the valley to just about anywhere.
Yep, exactly. Because the other place that was reported an issue last night was literally straight down the Katori Valley, and then you kind of pop up into Blackwater a little bit, and there's a place called
Yeah.
Splendor, Harvey Minkus's place. So,
All right. Yeah, and yet again another place that would be an easy horse ride from here.
yep. All right. Well, let's move along.
Yep. I mean, this is a good location if you don't want to be found.
I mean, literally, look, we had to come systematically, come down a mountain to find it. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, if we hadn't been looking that direction at that specific moment, we wouldn't have really noticed it.
all
It's
about
also
the.
very plain sight.
Yep.
Like, if it weren't for that cigar clue, there'd be very little to actually, consider about it.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Nice. No, you're right. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
All right. So we've done that loop. Let's cut back down this way. Go a little lower.
All right.
That's that ridge we stopped on. You were like, "Is that the trapper's hut?" I was like, "Yep," because right over there is that other building.
Now, up ahead of us, that kind of the little rock formation that sticks up, there is a oil rig up on top of that.
Oh, there is now. That might be the one that's That might be the craze. We can check.
No. I do believe this is a Copper Springs oil rig.
Well, I'm dealing with Copper Springs yesterday. I'm curious how they're doing because last time I heard anything, they were losing people left and right.
Well, yeah. I mean, Evan left them. I don't know whoever else has left them. I don't really go over there much since Duke seems to have issues with me.
I kind of would like to find out, which of them actually owns that oil rig, and if they decide to catch a train out of town, let me know. 'Cause that's not too far. That would be good for the town.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's skirt back into the woods a little bit. We got pretty far out of them.
All right.
Right there. Okay. Never mind. That's the one that we were at before. Good. Alright. I just saw the roof. I didn't see the base
Yep.
of it. Alright, so now let's go this way.
Yeah, we're doing good with our zigzags, then.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
What's interesting is I've been all over this mountain and I've never heard of that homestead back there.
Well, all right. Watch out for any bears, because we're getting back into bear territory.
Yep, yep.
If you do get one on you, just holler and bring it towards me, and I'll take care of it.
Alright.
Oh, we got something up ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this here's the place I was trying to find.
Leave a
No
note in the
name.
mailbox to order from Gunsmith.
Funny name, Gunsmith.
What's the name
But
on
there's
it?
no name.
And that's his name,
There is
Gunsmith.
no name.
Oh.
I wonder if Guns is his
I
first
mean,
name,
you could
his
always
last name.
you could always drop a note in there saying you're interested in purchasing something to come look for you in town.
Yeah.
That's one way to find out who it is, or even like Snake, you could do that since you're not part of the town.
Yes, sir. Perhaps a day and time to meet him here?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I mean,
could do something like that.
Hell, he could just be shopping around for prices. Wondering what his rates are.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just like looking to compare your prices, sir or ma'am. Can we meet here? And then obviously give them like a day. That gives them time to wake up and check it, and then if you come back and check it in a day and the note's still there, they're probably a sleeper that's probably not
No.
coming back.
Now that's Glacier Falls behind me, right? Yeah, that's got to be it.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the lake and everything, so.
Yep. So what we want to do is
That
we want to cut this way from. Oh, what
Yeah.
is that homestead?
Oh.
What the hell? That's not Glacier Falls right
Well,
there.
let's... Nope. Let's wait for Snake to finish his note here, and then we'll head on
Yep.
down.
Yep. Yeah, and I would say that is probably more than one, given that there's a bonfire with some benches around it down there.
Well,
That'll do.
all right.
let's have a look.
I've seen this place before.
Oh, have you? Do you know the folks?
I've never met the individuals here.
All right.
Actually, I was hunting for some elk, and well, they hopped over the fence line, and well, I decided to let it be.
All right.
Saying that,
It's a Wrangler. There's a bunch of horses in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Huh.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, but none of them horses stand out as one of the descriptions I was given.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't suspect this place. This looks like there's probably a carpenter and a wrangler that live here. If I had to guess, looking at looking at what's built.
Looking at the I have the exact same intuition too.
Very private folk. They have that
Oh, somebody's
they have
coming
that-
down the hill.
they have that stuff on the outside.
None to find.
Howdy, howdy.
Here to help.
Oh, all right, Luke. Awesome. Well, there's that's
Gave your other deputy with the eye patch 150 rounds, by the way.
awesome. Thank you, sir.
How you guys for bullets on you now?
I
Good.
didn't even bring my gun because I have Ted.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'm getting low on is shotgun rounds.
Alright, I'll make some drop.
Yeah,
Alright.
Luke, we did already find one place that kind of really kind of fits the part of the scenarios.
Well,
Miss Riley, Ted's daughter, said that when she was robbed yesterday, they robbed her and then gave her a cigar. So we found a
My oil rig was robbed into. A couple of thousand bit of oil was taken. I have a note here. Just want to have a look at it real quick. Tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, let me see.
ooh, let me see that too, cause you know we do own
A pine tar along the edge of the foundation, and a few black hairs
Three
caught by a nail.
I don't know
rigs.
how he
You
got
know whose
into the
rig it
oil rig,
was?
That's the question about it. That was mine.
Okay, I get what this is. So we got somebody who lives in the mountains. I think yeah, and they smoke apparently. So
Here.
Well, I mean that would kind of fit the description too in a way.
well, that fits one. That kind of does, because they literally, Luke, they live right over that, and you know, if you take this and you go towards the ravine on the far east side, that's where they're at. There's a doctor and a farmer that live there. We're gonna, after we get done, we're gonna have to set a date and time for an event and send out invites to these homesteads so we can get our eyes on what these people look like. They're Dr.
Well.
and Ms. Delarock.
Sure, you have cameras and stuff.
Miss
Now,
Rowan.
did they break? Oh, go ahead.
Miss Rowan was going to pick up a
they
couple
climbed in.
cameras.
Climbed in.
Well, now, which rig is yours? The one down in the southeast?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, were your walls 1 high or 2 high?
They're 2 high, maybe 3 high. I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
Yeah. Because what we've seen people do and what we've tested is if you're on your horse and you jump, and then at the same time the horse is in the air and you jump off, then you can get inside and then you can just walk up the rig itself and sprint and jump to get back out.
Luke.
What we do is we have a 3 high wall on the outside, and then on the other side of that foundation we have a 2 high wall. So most people, if they manage to jump over, they're going to get stuck between those 2 walls. And also that makes it so even if they do make it all the way in to the inside of the rig, you can't climb up high enough to jump out.
Yeah.
I'll help you with that,
I'll
Luke.
work on that later.
I'll help you with that. Being a carpenter, you know.
Well, it's not really care about the oil getting stolen. It's just that, yeah, no, and I'm sure we'll find whoever did it, and then I'll be like, yo, you stole Mile. What are you playing at?
That's right. Yes, I don't need a gun. I have a TED. That's right.
With a hefty fine or something, and
I mean,
just,
at least they were
fucking
courteous enough to.
It's not really a big deal to me, anyways. I'm not really attached to that kind of shit. It's very resourceful for most people. For me, it's just like whatever, you know. I'll just whoever did it say, yo.
Well, I just saw that telegram that the bank closed, and I don't know if Henry did what the hell I needed him to do.
I don't even know if he woke up.
I'm gonna say he didn't, and I'm gonna be very irritated.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm gonna incorporate everybody to use cameras as well. Like, if there's any robberies or missing a robbery, people just take pictures to help on. Well, it's like, hey, get some cameras, take some pictures, you know.
Unfortunately,
now,
I'll go ahead.
Something you can do as the mayor, you know, talk to the federals and see, you know, if in the case that the sheriff isn't around, you can have one deputy, you know, step up as acting sheriff at the time to you know, and see if it's possible for them to go to the bank, you know, even if it's with you.
All right, so
register
then
somebody as a deputy.
If you're around, Ted, when the next bank opening is on, and I will be regardless. We're going to.
I can arrange to be no matter what.
Yeah, I'm going to take you down there, temporarily sheriff you until Henry shows his ass back up. We'll register him as a deputy and then get Billy and Luke. So we'll basically swap your and Henry's roles. Because I mean, I know it's a lot to ask of you, but you know, we discussed it yesterday, and you were like you wouldn't be opposed.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, it's perfectly fine with me. You know, I got that room in the saloon I can just stay in. It's actually a really nice room. You know, I appreciate that. So.
Absolutely. I actually have little Miss Rilla making a bunkhouse for y'all, so that's a.
All right, that's even better.
Yeah. So we talked about that this morning before I took my nap. So, and she's good about that stuff. She may have even gotten it done, and I didn't even look. I've been so busy it's ridiculous. But let's okay. So we don't. I don't suspect this location because it's a wrangler, what looks like a wrangler and a carpenter, and I wouldn't see that being the case. The farmer and doctor is that's still that's definitely a combination that would be very viable for the current situations that are going on.
Yeah.
honest, it's a difficult job to find. More better to know who's living.
Yep, and that's why we're out here.
Anyway.
That's why we're out here surveying all of these locations so that we can be in the know of what's around here. For two reasons.
Yeah.
If one of them is the culprit, then we know, and if any of them get victimized, we know where they live.
Exactly.
An interesting theory about last night. Remember the reports of the robberies by a man in the red
Yeah.
or cornrows?
Yeah.
The man with the heavy British accent.
Yeah.
That's just the description of Cass and the guy that was talking to him.
Yes, Ambrose. They were very buddy right there in town. So, you know.
Mr. Carter.
Yes.
It's not factual or proof, but it makes me think about it a lot.
But that's where, we know. Oops, sorry. We know that there are multiples. There's not just one group of criminals that are running around. There are multiples. But the one that is more rampant is the one that happens to be the person that's giving a cigar to people after robbing them. But Ambrose is a doctor. I just remembered that.
Yeah. You know, we also need to be thinking about the possibility of like a farmer and a cook, because cooks can make cigars as well.
Oh, they can? I thought it was the... Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I just don't, but I could.
And I think that's really that's kind of like the basis of every cook that I've known is they don't tend to do that. They tend to do the food and that stuff.
Oh, it's a long grass, really, more than anything else.
The situation going on my Ed. You like going to get arrested by coppers or people leave?
What?
No, Ed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Blythe told me she's looking for McCoy so she can talk to him. I told her he's just being old and damn crusty. Yeah. What, you think? What?
Let me go talk to Blight. I have to go talk to Blight.
No, just let her, Luke, let her talk. That way she can get it out of her system. You got to do stuff like that too. McCoy's not gonna do anything dumb. I'm gonna tell you that much. He's not gonna do anything dumb. I mean, he is. I'm sure he already went down to the bank and got his damn star. He's the sheriff for that shithole Keystone. I say shithole because it's in the middle of the damn desert. I can't see putting a town in the middle of the desert that's just God, I can't. Oh man, I just don't even want to think about it.
See, I would say shithole based on how they're treating him.
Well, I mean,
what happened to him? Ever since one court case went wrong, he's been very upset, and he's all about trying to like get justice on people. Yet he doesn't do anything.
Well, no, I don't. I don't mean, see, because I know people that are in there that I don't consider bad folk. It's just I would not choose the middle of the damn desert. There's just too much evil shit out there that wants to get you. If your entire environment around you wants,
not to mention the heat.
If the entire environment around you wants to kill you, it's probably not a place to live. That's just my opinion.
I mean, it's pretty nice up here. Everything wants to kill you.
I still wouldn't live
The
up here on the
bears and
mountain.
the lynxes are easy to deal with.
I mean, I still wouldn't live up on top of the mountain. I still would. I'd still live out of the bear and wolf country.
Yeah.
There's a suspicious women that live east of here, I think. Blythe told me they worship some sort of banshee or something.
Are you talking about
I
at
don't even know
Banshee's
where
Bluff?
Yeah, that's what's some. I don't know what
Yeah,
to think of it. Is it
that
legitimate
sound.
or is
See
it
now,
something?
they sound like the culprits for the silly notes that we keep getting in our mailbox. Some of us keep getting in our mailboxes. Like I saw the newspaper they put out for that Banshee's Bluff, and it has that weird like demon thing on it, and that kind of keyed me into that, which is what I was telling you about yesterday, Mr. McGregor, when I told you about the tooth and claw type shit. I think I know what Miss Wilcox was wanting to talk to me about now. I was wanting to hire them Wilcox boys for some entertainment. Oh, right here.
Looks like that. Oh no, there's an entrance right here.
Right here. Oh, gap in the fence at least.
Well, that's a
Too many of them stoves.
that's a farmer. What the hell?
Sophia Lindbergh. She's home.
Oh, I know Miss Sophia. She's a cook.
She doesn't have a home or she doesn't have her sign fixed.
Oh, there's something else straight ahead of us.
That's a farm. That's probably her farm, the farmer's farmland. I saw the dogs. So this is
Bad
probably
idea
the
to leave the crops out like this.
yeah.
Yeah, this is rather weird. Plus, it's quite a ways from everything else.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily too weird, but I mean it's out of the ordinary. But people don't like fences.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their crops are free to a good home, I guess.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, that's what it would seem. All right, so I mean, I know Miss Sophia, so I wouldn't
All right, yeah.
she's a very soft-spoken, shy woman. I don't I wouldn't necessarily suspect her. Um She actually was very nice and brought me a bunch of samples of her stuff when I was trying to find a cook for River Run last season.
Oh, very nice.
And now that I think about it, that's about the same place she was last season. If not, maybe a little
Well, I
further
mean,
down
if
here.
if she had one of them little claims, you know, it would have been in the same spot.
There's again a horse in front.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
Howdy.
howdy, howdy.
Oh, hello
How you
there.
doing there?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good.
Oh, pretty good.
You on a wee bit of a trek or something?
Yeah, just kind of out and about, doing a little bit of surveying. I'm Mayor Liam of River Run. Your name, sir?
Me name's Seamus. Seamus who?
All right, Seamus.
Um, hey,
Nice
I'm
to
Ted
meet you.
Wagner. Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet all you fellas too.
Where are you from?
Well, so we farm just around here somewhere. I can never find out where I left it, but around here somewhere.
You live with Miss Sophia?
Aye, that's the one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know Miss Sophia.
It's
She
just the.
yeah, you're pointed right at it. We just walked right past it.
I had a feeling I did.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm still recovering from this cough.
Oh, yeah. Definitely gotta watch out for that cough. But let me give you a little advice, man. There are some unsavory characters around here. You might want to get some fencing up around your crops. We'd hate to see, you wake up and be like, oh God, nothing grew. Miss Sophia can't cook nothing today.
Oh, I'll make sure Mr. Leaf knows about it. He's the farmer. I'm just a simple tailor.
Oh, all right.
Yes, thank you for your warning there.
We already did. We already did. We bought water. We already did. They bought water. Didn't you see it next to the front door?
Oh, that's alright then, Mr. Seamus. So, fellas, are we
Yeah.
all good here?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Aye.
You know, just
You be safe on your
careful. You
travels.
know,
Yep.
it's all them
If you
bandits. So.
let Miss Sophia know that if she needs anything, pop over to River Run. We're still in the same spot.
I will do.
All right, sir.
Once she gets over that cold.
Yeah. Gotta treat that stuff good. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah,
You
you
too,
take
laddies.
care.
Liam, how are you for flares? You have any?
I have the 2 you gave me yesterday.
I'll catch
I
up
mean,
with you.
I have flares, but they're the firework flares, so I need
Yeah.
to get me some just
I'm
regular
gonna go make
flares.
some red flares and I'll drop them in. I'm sure I'll find you guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Ted around a bit more.
Well,
it was my
yeah,
plan all along.
oh goddamn!
Oh.
Are we missing one? I think we might have left somebody behind.
No, he ran back to town.
Okay.
Yeah, Trevor. Luke was gonna go make flares.
Well, looks like somebody may be here. There's a baby horse. It looks like.
Yeah.
Let's find a gate. Okay, let's see. Nice looking house.
Clementine.
Oh, Clementine.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Clementine.
Clementine, I believe she's one of Mr. Sweetwood's friends.
All right. It's a weird color for a horse.
Which one? The
like-
uh,
The one that's like tan and a little lighter tan.
yeah, the it's kind of like a golden tan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see something up on the ridge here.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Just gotta figure out how to get to it.
Round the other side over here.
Oh goddamn, not this way.
Well, we've gone this way now.
It is. You gotta go. Yep, there you go. You gotta go around that side over there. Ah.
Looks like we've been warned.
Well, there's no mailbox.
Morning. Huh.
I've seen this before.
More sleeping bags. It's our house.
I've seen that house before. I'm telling you.
Say, Mayor Liam, do you think this fellow's got a better view from his bath than I have?
You see that, Ed? Or Ted?
Yep.
Oh, and it, yeah. All right. Well, interesting.
You didn't try to open it?
I guess that would have been easier than going around.
Meh. All right, so
But, you know, it's whatever.
if that warrant is issued, well, we know. Damn it.
No.
I don't think I wanted to know that.
No, not really.
Was there something about that house that stood out? Because I didn't see anything besides that house. And
Oh,
sign.
the name on the mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wonder if we should stop and see if Sheriff Crow is around.
No, we could do that.
Well, I want to tell him about that Delarock place.
Alright.
It's just one of those things for me. It's too damn convenient. From every location, it's just too damn convenient.
Now we got another little building up ahead of us.
That is probably Battlement Pines. That'll probably be Rio Swan.
Did we search the north side of Battlement?
Not yet.
Alright.
No, we.
Not proper.
Oh yeah, this is Battlement Pines.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I could tell as soon as I saw the entrance on the other side.
Yep. Mr. Rio's place. Mr. Rio and Miss Ivy. Yep. I'm actually surprised. They've definitely done a reduced yard this time.
I remember it being a lot bigger.
And it's definitely smaller than it used to be.
Yeah. I think it's just. I think it might be because it's only Rio and Ivy now. Let's see. Rio.
Mailboxes.
Yep, Rio and Ivy. That's the names on the mailboxes. So, they're, I guess Max must be staying with Cheyenne now.
Well,
Ted's already stolen. Damn it. Huh. I don't know, this location. George Hillfree. Don't think. I might know that person. I might not.
Or something? Oh, really? Didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, howdy.
I haven't heard anything about it. I'm sorry.
Howdy.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
Miss Maddie.
How's
Yes.
it going, JJ?
Hi,
It's
Mr.
going
Mayor.
pretty good, Liam.
How's it going, Miss Maddie?
Good. My son's dying, maybe.
What?
Oh, what now?
That's not very good at all.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, my son's dying is kind of worrisome.
yeah.
Question, is Sheriff Crow in?
Nope, haven't seen him yet.
Alright. We just found a homestead that is kind of suspicious to some current crimes that kind of fits.
Whereabouts?
It's all the way at the south end of Katoria Valley. The southeast end of Katoria Valley. You see how where the V and A is in that yellow? If you follow the outline of that yellow to the end of Katoria Valley, it's right in that area.
Alright. I don't know who lives there, and
Well,
pretty much know everybody that
the
lives in
names
these mountains.
the names
Oh,
on the box
Matthew.
are Doctor and Ms. Delarock. So
Oh, I know them. I know them.
you
I
do know them?
I know them.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
they were part of Copper Springs before.
okay.
What do you want to know about them? I basically not know a lot, but Yeah, she's a farmer and he's a doctor. So
Yep, I probably called that one, didn't I, Ted?
You sure did.
All right.
Well, it couldn't have been the other way around.
You sure? The doctor could have been a Ms. You don't know. I mean,
she could have
And
been. So
anyway.
yeah, they just moved out of Copper Springs and headed up there.
All right. Well,
Interesting. All right.
But they seem nice folks, so yeah. If you want to know
Okay.
anything about them, then
All right. Thank you, Evan. That's some good information.
You don't
But
mind if
just
I
a
ask what's making them so suspicious? It's been about a day and a half for me, so
that'd be better for your law enforcement to fill you in on that. I'm not gonna pass out details of
Matthew?
I just woke up. I don't even know what y'all are talking about.
No, we're just doing research because of all of the rash amount of crimes that are going on Battlement Mountain. So we've been surveying homesteads to try and get a feel of who's where. There are certain details from each crime that kind of, they kind of give you an idea of what might be the professions of said criminals. So that's
Alright.
why that's why you start looking for those kind of details and you see if you can put two and two together. Obviously, you can't jump to conclusions. You got to do your research. That's why I just wanted to let Sheriff Crow know that with the details that we have, he might have more, and we can eliminate different locations. That way, we know that whether they're a person that we need to suspect or a person we need to protect.
well,
I see. Matthew, is this something that you already know?
No.
Alright. So if you guys would like, Matthew Crow is our deputy here. If you guys would like to fill him in, that'd be great.
All right. Ted, you've got all the details. I'll let you and Mr. Crow speak.
all right. You got someplace we can talk a little more private?
Yep. Follow me.
So how are we doing today?
Doing alright. Just fixing up the bank today.
We've had
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna head back.
A lot of robberies
I'll see you guys
recently
later.
up on top
BM,
of the
Right here,
will you
let's
be
see.
awake for a while?
by the trappers.
Yeah, JJ, I'm gonna be awake
And,
probably
you
for the
know,
next
it's always
20
the
or so
same
hours.
description, two people.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know,
Expect me
one
later.
kind of larger
Then
person,
I'll,
Alright.
and
I'll
then
need to come back
one
up to
either
River and speak about some
a
things.
woman or
Alright,
a
sir.
smaller male.
Here, let's move this way so
You
I
know,
ain't
Just-
talking
y'all
over
take
him.
care.
dressed in black.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not.
this is a real nice place where you can see what's what.
So Doc T, I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure if you heard about some silliness that was stated to a gentleman that I sent to get some assistance yesterday.
Okay, what kind of silliness and who are we talking about?
I would have to ask Mr. Cray if he knows exactly who said it, but I requested a sheriff or a justice or both to come assist me because I had a gentleman who had complaints where he wanted to press charges on somebody. And when I sent Mr. Cray up here, the comments given to him was that River Run is retarded. So I don't know what retarded is, but
Whoa,
you know,
what?
yeah.
probably
Okay, so more
about
details.
that.
All right. Cass Grant was arrested and tried the other night in River Run. I was, our
Okay,
town was not
I
the
got something
arresting
in my mail
officer.
saying that
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something in my mail saying Cass Grant is banned from here, so that was issued by Sheriff Crow.
Right. Well, the gentleman was not found guilty because they did not have enough evidence. They didn't supply enough evidence. The witnesses did not. They didn't stand up well in the courtroom. It was rushed. They should have put that trial to Juniper instead of rushing it. And well, in my opinion, mistakes were made. You can't blame the justice
Who
for
was the
going.
prosecutor doing it?
Bojack was the prosecutor.
From Stars Point, right?
Yes, from Stars Point. So he did not present the case very well. He didn't present evidence properly, and there just was it was pretty much a shit show. Miss Rowan did what she could. He got fined for having a sheriff star on him. He was not wearing it. They couldn't prove that he was. They kept what's the statement of what he said changed numerous times throughout the proceedings. So it would be, one time it would be, he said he was a sheriff of a town. And then it was, well, he said he was becoming the sheriff of a town and stuff like that. So those inconsistencies is why they could not get him on the impersonating a sheriff because
I see.
there was no solid enough proof to say that that's exactly what he said. He wasn't wearing a star. He didn't present himself to anybody that way. When they apprehended him and took the stuff off of him, it was on him. He was questioned about the evidence. So it's a very gray area. But
sounds like it was a mess.
It was very much a mess, and I'm glad that my law enforcement was not involved because the problem is when Mr. Kelly was assaulted, Mr. Rattler apparently showed up and did not get deputized or told that there is I want Grant brought in on assault or anything like that. They didn't tell him that. But Mr. Rattler took it upon himself and ended up using excessive force. So Cass retaliated with wanting to have Rattler charged with attempted murder. And nobody would look at it from the impartial law side of it. I had to do it, and
right.
But it doesn't matter my opinion.
Slow down. Slow down 1 sec. So was there any wanted, any bounties towards Cass
No.
at that moment?
None.
Okay.
So that's what makes it difficult because we know Ed. We know he loves to, help the law. And it was everything I could do to keep from there being a damn lynching of that gentleman in River Run the other morning. It was that chaotic. So I had to play mediator.
Do we know if Ed actually tried to shoot at him or tried to kill him?
Well, there's conflicting stories either side.
No evidence, then a trial for attempted murder isn't going to follow through.
Oh, there's evidence. Cass's wife saw the whole thing. And she's the one that told him everything about it because Ed shot him and he had to receive medical attention from his bed.
Who is Cass's wife?
Grace, I think is her name.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's only roamed through here at least once.
Yeah. She doesn't seem. She doesn't seem like. She didn't. She wasn't very resistant. She wasn't, vulgar and belligerent. So she didn't seem like she's, like Cass is. Cass is a very direct, belligerent asshole, to be honest. But I mean, that's not, I can't take my personal opinion into account when it comes to, my position as mayor. I have to compartmentalize that and go, okay, here's what I have to do. I have to afford this gentleman that he wants a legitimate complaint. I didn't have a law enforcement on the premises to be able to assist him. I didn't have a justice that could also help assist that sheriff in making his decision so that they know exactly where they stand. So I assist, I attempted to get.
You understand. Make sure everything is functioning the way they should. Make sure everything is
Exactly.
followed by the book, so they say.
Exactly. And I could not get a sheriff to do that until Copper Springs Sheriff and Justice showed up. So they are currently doing their preliminaries to decide whether they are going to issue a warrant for Rattler on this charge that Mr. Grant has. Bella refused. Bella refused directly to me. That's not something that I mean, I have to tell Silas
Sheriff Bella,
because
right?
yes, because I understand that her relationship with Ed, but the way she said it in front of the gentleman needed to be a little better. And what she should have said is, I am too close to the situation. I would not be able to do that. Instead, she goes, there's not enough evidence. Well, you gotta do you gotta do the preliminary before you can say there's not enough evidence, instead of immediately coming down and going, there's not enough evidence. There's an eyewitness that states it. There's a gentleman that it happened to. He wants to press charges. They gotta, you know, they gotta do their job. It's unfortunate. It's shitty, and I mean, it definitely makes me not look like I mean, it actually makes me look like I'm siding with them when I'm not. I'm siding with the law.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I'm giving you this information is because somebody that was here when Mr. Cray was here said that River Run was retarded for doing what we're supposed to. So, and I wouldn't think that
right,
that would be something
That's
that
not
you would
acceptable.
want. Exactly.
If a name is provided to me, I will take care of it.
All right. I'll ask
Other
Mr.
than that, though,
Cray.
I can't just go around and ask everybody to, fess
Yeah,
up to
yeah,
something
yeah.
that they might have said. That's kind of ridiculous.
No.
Present me with the name, and I'll take care of it.
I will ask Mr. Cray because he came back to me because Mr. Cray is very loyal to River Run. He's actually, as soon as I can get down to the bank, him and I don't know if you know Billy Blackwood from down there by Wagner Supply Company.
I met him. I met him before those termites were becoming a problem. So it's been a
Yeah,
while.
those two are my two new deputies. So River Run will have 5 law enforcement now.
Nice.
5?
Yes.
So I mean, like the sheriff, and then what? 4
Yeah,
deputies?
sheriff and 4 deputies. Yes.
God damn. That's a lot of law
Well,
enforcement.
I have 18 people in town, so I mean, I have a lot of activity, and I need to make sure that I have law enforcement available whenever it may be needed.
Mm-hmm. Well, Copper Springs
Sounds like
is
a
short
large
of
group
one
of
deputy
people
these days.
have decided to be part of River Run.
Yeah. Yep. It's a, it's definitely a going on. That's for sure. Oh damn! I didn't see that place.
Hmm?
That's a nice place right there.
It's Rodmar's place.
There's a lot of nice places.
Oh, that's right. I didn't realize he lived that close to y'all. I know Harold lives around
Mhm.
here somewhere too. I actually just.
magenta.
If you
magenta
look
there, thing there.
straight behind
Oh, there it is. How could I miss that? Jesus. Yeah, he.
you know, it pretty much screams Harold.
Yeah, I just contracted him in town, gave him an office in town, so that I can have more doctors available as well. Everybody's always needing a doctor.
Mm-hmm. You have to tell me about that.
Yeah, y'all got what, 3 up
What,
here?
this is- did, but Amelia had an emergency and she had to run back home, unfortunately. So,
Oh.
it's, Elizabeth and I.
All right. All right. Well, I told Harold if he ever decides that he wants to move off of this mountain to he'd be welcome in River Run, but right now he's content, so that's good.
Yeah, he's very much well taken care of here.
Yeah, yeah.
You got not spell it like that. Why do you want to move?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah, from a place like that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like Ted and Matthew are done. We're going to continue our survey. Basically, it's just there's so much crime going on right now. We're trying to make sure we know where each and every homestead is. So if we have to assist somebody, we can go, all right, this is where they are. You go over there at this point, and their house is right there, just over the ridge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Yeah,
many a times Matthew's come in and going, "Do you know where this is?" And I'm like, "Shit, no, I don't know where it is."
Yeah.
I would also hope maybe in the future that River Run and Glacier Falls could work a little bit closer together. Granted that we're neighbors.
Oh well, absolutely. I have the same stand with Miss Starlene down there for Stars Point with Bojack. That we ain't got no problem helping anybody. I mean, that's I founded River Run on helping people. So, I mean, hell, I've even got an emergency antidote sitting right there on my dock. So if somebody's not available, somebody can still get assistance for a snake bite. I mean,
of course.
That's I like to make sure. Obviously, Ted there is stepping up into the sheriff role for River Run temporarily, depending on how long Henry has to be out of county. So
I see.
if you're gonna need
Slight promotion there, Ted.
Yep.
Well,
if you're gonna need law enforcement help and Ted's not available, I'll give Sheriff Crow or Deputy Crow a list of the deputies so they know who to ask for assistance.
Well, we also have another deputy, Skylar Nash. So.
Yep, I know Miss Nash.
Definitely don't be afraid to come up here and ask for assistance.
Oh no, we send like yesterday when was it yesterday when Mr. McGee? No, day before yesterday when Mr. McGee was shot. We sent for doctors.
Oh, yeah.
We sent people in every direction. Mr. Godling was who responded.
Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, I need to talk to Kevin McGee though. Found him a lime green horse.
You found him a lime green horse.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
He'll be happy. Yeah, I'll be getting my forest green horse as soon as the stats are right. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll be hoping those stars don't align.
But no, I definitely, I got nothing against Glacier Falls. I got nothing against anybody up here. I just, I know people get a little riled, so I just wanted to give you that information so that, sometimes we gotta bite our tongues.
Yes, yeah, they do, and definitely the feeling's mutual. I don't have any hard feelings against River Run at all. I just do hope maybe in the future, work a little bit closer together. And I know my wife and I are going to definitely plan up some meetings with, some of the other town leaders here around here in Gunsmoke County. We'll try to get to know them a little bit better.
Yep, absolutely.
I know Glacier Falls and Sundance are, I don't know, seems like two peas in a pod sometimes. So
Yeah, same thing with us. It's the same thing. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, like I said before, you
Deputy Crow was
need a gun. I'm ready.
Yeah, Deputy
So
Crow
much
was nice
legally,
enough to share some of the descriptions and stuff that they have, and I invited them on down to River Run to take a look at some of the notes and stuff we have on these robberies.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, right. Like right now, I think we have there's 3 investigations going on. There's this silly doggone letters, and there's these robberies, and then there's the garbage with Mr. Grant. So, yep.
What about the cake?
That's
that been solved?
to me that is if you look at the pattern of the letters and the cake, they correlate. So that's the same. To me, that's the same general case. I have I have some ideas, but I mean, nobody's come to talk to me about it yet. Um, I'm not sure. Have y'all been doing anything to investigate that, Matthew?
The
The cakes and letters and weirdness.
Yep, working on it. It's hard because we've had no leads or whatnot. We've got the
Exactly, it's
notes
the
that have
same.
been left in our evidence boxes, but
All
that's
right,
about all we
well,
got.
this is one that I don't know if anybody has put together. Do you read the paper every time they're put out?
Usually,
Try to.
yeah. Sometimes I miss it a day.
All right, so there is one paper that was put out that has one of them lithograph pictures on it of I don't know what the hell you want to call it, but it has a lot of teeth and claws. And then one of them letters that accompanied all of that garbage was something about the blood moon. That's kind of a linking. That's kind of a linking piece of evidence that I think most people have overlooked.
Interested.
Very interesting.
Now, everybody's gonna go back and read their papers now.
I'll read it back when I get back in my own home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of papers.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of them, so you got to kind of shuffle through them and be like, which one was he talking about? Well, I'll tell you, it's the one from Banshee's Bluff. That's the paper. Look at the weird. I don't know what the hell you want to call it, but you've got that printed on their paper a few days after that mass letter was sent to people that had something to do with we're watching, wanting, waiting, whatever, and something about the blood moon is rising. You know, that's kind of there's too much there to not investigate it. Mr. McGregor right there is a private detective in River Run, so I'm sure he's gonna have more information for us as he finds it. We'll be sure to share that this way when we get it, if we get anything, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But unless unless y'all have any other questions, we're gonna go ahead and continue our survey.
All right. Well, my name is on my house, so yeah, you probably know it's me.
I'm
It's up
wondering,
there in Battle
does
Mountain.
it have teal all over it?
No. That would be ridiculous to have teal on my building.
All right. Mostly we're looking for places that we don't know about is really what we're looking for. We're not looking for for the people we know. When we come across one, we're like, okay,
True.
check the mailbox. Who is it? Oh, nope, we know who that is. All right. Like we came across a little farmstead down there at the base of the mountain going into Katori, and it's Miss Sophia's place. You know, she's a cook. She's a sweet lady, so it's like, okay, well, good to know she's back in the same area she was before.
Oh yeah. And I saw Gigi's and Huck's house earlier on in the swamp.
No, is that the one that's right there in that little inlet up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the piano sticking through.
All right.
Miss Mabel saw Gigi in the house laying asleep and Huck on the bed. And I was like, what? Why is Huck on the bed and Gigi on the floor?
Wait, jeez.
A man letting a woman sleep on the floor.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Don't ask questions, I guess.
I wouldn't pick my woman up off the floor and put her at least on the couch in her shop.
Yeah, not my woman, not my problem.
Well,
yeah, he'll probably won't hear the end of day when she wakes up.
Probably not. All right, well, we'll be on our way. Taking up enough of your time.
Nope, thanks for coming by.
Oh,
Let us know of the ongoing, so what's going on and what you guys are doing up here.
Absolutely. I stop by every once in a while, and just most of the time when I stop by, there's not maybe one person awake. So, but I keep very
depending on the time of day you come at.
Yeah, I keep very varying hours.
Usually later in the day, about maybe 3 or 4 hours later, it's when it gets really popping here.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Afternoon all.
Afternoon.
Hey, Antonio.
What the fuck?
Evening.
Giant clover bat. All right. Well, we'll be on our way.
All right. Take care of yourselves.
You stay safe now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, you'll take care.
Bye, Mr. The woman who got robbed by the trapper's hut?
Riley Wagner, my daughter.
Riley Wagner. All right, thank you.
Be the ankle biter.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, really? She got robbed?
Mm-hmm.
There's an absorbent amount going on. Like, that is a lot. I've heard of 2 this morning. All right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's why we're out here doing what we're doing. We're trying to, figure out who it is and catch him.
I know what happened at Longview last night. Heard about 2 this morning.
Damn. All right, well, we're going to skedaddle on out of here.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Have yourself a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Whew.
This is a nice house.
Yeah, it's well built.
This here is where Mr. Booth lives.
Yeah, Lincoln Booth. All right.
Yeah, I managed to get some new information from Deputy Crow that I hadn't heard yet, so that was nice.
Which was that?
Oh.
People.
Talking about out in the open.
Yeah, people have been reporting that they've had people come across them while they're in the Katori Valley and been told to quote unquote fuck off. This is bandit country or bandit territory. And then also one of those situations, it was 3 people, 2 male, 1 female. The 2 of them split off and ran towards the Grand Mesa. Then the 3rd person took off towards Bear's Den.
It's funny because Grand Mesa is where that new fucking Keystone is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I did get, I got a good photographic memory, so I did get a good look at all the notes that they had, so I can, make a copy of them once we get back to River Run.
Awesome. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Well, let's find out whose it is. Just so we know.
Oh, the house right by the waterfall?
Oh, here's another one right here.
Oh, yeah. Let's check this one.
Yes, sir. The one by the waterfall is actually Mr. Serafino.
That's awful big for one person. Uncle's Cabin.
Uncle's Cabin.
I met the gentleman here. I forgot.
Close the door, silly old man. Huh. Wonder what that's all about.
Name on the mailbox is Hannibal. Hanrahan.
Wasn't there another mailbox we saw earlier with that name on it? No, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Look right there, Ted. Look right there on the peak.
I see. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna find a lot more on this, north side of the mountain.
Oh shit! Look right there. Right up there.
Yeah.
Let's go to that one first. Snake knows that the one at the waterfall is Mr. Serafino, so we don't need to bother going to that one.
Oh, this is Evan's house.
Oh, this is Evans. Okay. Living right in the heart of Cougar country.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go check the one down there on top of the Sandy.
We also got something down here to the right.
All right, let's check that Sandy bit first. That's interesting because that wasn't there because I had Miss Rowan do a panning side over here.
Oh, that's interesting.
No mailbox. Very weird. All right.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know if that's considered a horse being stored properly, but
As long as it ain't on a roof, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally wouldn't want my horse that exposed.
No, definitely not.
Not out around here anyway. Goodness.
The Hillfree Brothers Ranch.
Wait.
Oh god damn! It just got dark as
Hillfree.
shit.
Wait.
Haven't we heard that name before?
Yes. So we have a problem. That is labeled.
What's that?
There, we ran into a place that said it was George Hillfree, and this is the Hillfree Brothers Ranch.
Yeah, and
So that would.
there's Lulu Swan, and then there's the swans up at the hill. It could be lots of Hillfrees.
Billy Hillfree. Well, one name labeled here, but it says the Hillfree Brothers Ranch. George Hillfree is in another location.
Maybe they had a fight.
Or there are multiple possibilities. We have to take all of them into consideration. I say we head back down to.
I know that.
I say we head back down to
Yeah.
River Run till morning.
That's a good idea.
I mean, if you think about scenario, a good way to be able to stash your goods is to have multiple locations. So if you're a partner, you live in one place, but you're not bound to that location, and you know, then you use your brother's place as your hideout.
Yeah.
Can't say it until we know definitive proof, but it's just something to take into
exactly.
consideration.
Who's Mr. Hillfree?
Don't know. That's why it's just interesting because I've heard the name, but I don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody up above us running. Or up in front of us. I saw a torch.
As soon as I get back to town. Give me a couple minutes. I'm almost back to town. It's smoking like a bitch because that happens. That has not low oil has nothing to do with that. God damn it. Nowhere near town. Nowhere near town. And disconnect. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't call him anything. I call him ice cream. Right. Funny. She's sleeping her share of sleep and my share of sleep. Yeah, that's good. That should make it so I can do the lawn the next time. What, when it stalled on her? She told me it was out of gas.
What the?
I had never taken
Goddamn
a soda,
narcolepsy.
Well,
Well, now whose fault's that?
Whose fault's that? The county. Because there was no reason that I should have fell asleep right there. None.
No.
You can't blame me for this one.
Oh no, it's absolutely your fault. You're big, you can handle it.
I may be big, but my feelings still get hurt.
Oh Jesus.
It's alright, buddy, it's alright.
Come on, I've lost an eye today.
Yeah, well. That's what you get. Fuck again? I'm done.